Hi there, this is Steve Spurrier. You can join University of Florida Hall of Famer Shane Matthews and also the two-time SEC Player of the Year every weekday as he brings you all you need to know about the Florida Gators, including news, analysis, opinions, and some of the biggest names in sports. You can find him on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Or you can watch him live at 8 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter.
Good morning, live edition. You made it to Friday, folks. It is PodUp with Matthews in the morning from the International Diamond Center Studios, locations across the state of Florida, right there in Celebration Point in the heart of Gator Nation. Go check them out at International Diamond Center Studios. Not studios, but just the International Diamond Center. Today's show, we'll have JC, we'll have Edgar Thompson. He'll be coming to us live from Bay Hill.
Oh,
There yesterday. JC, you're on the Titan Tomorrow hotline, courtesy of Comfort Temp. Speaking of Bay Hill, how are our golfers doing on day one?
pretty good. I got Colin Morikawa.
Well, who do I have?
You've got Oberg.
Ludwig.
Yeah, you've got Oberg. I think our guys are within shouting distance for sure. And, you know, this is
how did Daniel Berger shoot 9 under par on that golf course?
Yeah, he kept it in the fairway, kept it out of the rough, QB. But the thing with these tournaments is you got to do it 4 days, at least be close for 4 days, and then be good on 2 of those 4. I mean, like really good. And that's tough. And so we'll see how it goes today. And, of course, then we'll have the cut, and then we get into the weekend. But guess what else is happening in golf, QB?
The Lady Gator Invitation.
Yes, you are awake today. And the Lady Gator
Well, the only reason I know that because the damn golf course is closed.
Well, the girls got to play, and I think it's great. I'm actually going to be in town this weekend. I'm very excited about the idea of being able to maybe on Sunday go out and watch these girls play, or Saturday.
It's a top 10 team. They're good.
They're good. And listen, you've got 4 players ranked in the top 100. Paula Francisco, Megan Propek, Caitlin Huber, our local girl, and then S. Wu. I'll just say S because I can't pronounce her first name. Wu is 37th. Huber is 78th. Propek is ranked 50th, and Paula is ranked 28th. Some of the other teams in town will be Virginia, Miami, FIU, FAU, USF, Clemson, Florida Gulf Coast, Michigan, and the 2 teams that I think that will contend or be close to Florida, if you can even say contend. But the 2 teams that will be close to Florida, I think, with the higher ranked players are Oklahoma and North Carolina. So those are some real good names. Those some good teams in town, and the Gators should win this if they play the way they know how to play. I mean, they should win it, right? I mean, they should. It's their course.
Yeah. Brent says on YouTube, brought to you by Quality Plumbing. JC, you'd probably get a discount on tickets if you were a golf booster.
Oh, geez. Okay,
it's free of charge. Anybody wants to walk out.
Well, maybe I'll just join this weekend as I watch Paula Francisco and Megan Propek. Megan hits it 300 yards. I mean, So I just really enjoyed them when I came with you to Gator Golf Day, and we got to meet so many of their players and the coach, of course, Emily Glazer. So I think it's a great chance for you to watch these girls because it's your only chance, obviously. So in Gainesville, that is. So go out and support the girls. It's free admission. You can park across the street or somewhere close, and park at Publix and walk. It's good for you. But it's going to be a good weekend. The weather is going to be great. We saw the men's team dominate. I would expect similar results from our ladies. But look for Oklahoma and North Carolina also. They've got some highly ranked players.
Tommy says here on YouTube, brought to you by Quality Plumbing, since Reese Davis used the cheer, if you ain't a Gator, you're Gator bait on ESPN Game Day, can we bring it back or is it still racist? It's not the cheer. Because JC can stand at JC could buy tickets and sit right there where the opposing team runs out of the tunnel and holler Gator bait, all the hell he wants. What is outlawed is the band playing da na 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 and then the crowd cheering. Now, as I told Buddy Martin the other day, they can hire somebody like JC to run around like Mr. Two Bits to each section, and you could hum the tune and cheer and say it. They ain't a damn thing they can do about it. They are not going to allow the band to play it. That's the problem. And that's when the band plays it, that's when you have 85,000 people doing it. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
the idea that we're still even talking
I
about
know,
it,
it's so damn dumb.
it's dumb, but it has to come back. I think, it has to be a ground roots, like you say, it has to just come from the fans. And once the fans start doing it, maybe somebody in the administration will wake up and say, this is good. This is positive.
This is about football and
this is about football,
Gators.
sports,
Ain't nothing else involved in it.
and supporting your team. That's right.
Okay. Barone on YouTube, brought to you by Quality Plumbing, says, what happens first? The Gators win a national title in football, or a Gator is the president of the United States? JC, how much would you bet on that?
Well, I think there's a chance for that. The guy is currently the Secretary of State. I think. Is he a Gator? I think he is.
Mm-hmm.
And
his son's on the golf team.
I know his son,
on the football team.
Right. His son's playing football. He probably golfs too. So, I think there's a chance. I mean, of course there's a chance, 2028. But
he was just asking, which one would you bet on first?
And the other choice was,
the Gators winning the national title in football.
Oh, well, right now I would go with the president, but I could change. But by 2028, QB,
you never know. I could
change my mind. Both could go in opposite directions.
We'll readdress that back in a few years.
Yeah.
Lynn on the Titanamore text line says, I'm a little surprised that you and JC don't follow a local young man on the tour a little more. Chandler Blanchard.
I know all about Chandler.
Chandler went to high school the same years that our kids graduated. They're the same age. So we know Chandler. He's leading the Puerto Rico Open right now.
Chandler, really last week, he missed the cut by a stroke at the tournament in Palm Beach Gardens. I wanted to run through the door and go and run into a tree when Steve Sands of the Golf Channel, and I don't know if they told him to say it this way, but they started calling him Chandler Blanchet.
Oh yeah, he's French.
I lost my mind. I've never in my life heard that kid call himself Blanchet.
I think we should start calling him that.
Why? It's not how you say his name.
But I think it's funny the way you say it.
Well, Chandler Blanchet is leading the Puerto Rico Open, and I think it's ridiculous. That's not the guy's name. It's not how you say it, Steve Sands. Come on, be better than that. But at any rate, listen, this kid's got so much talent, but he's kind of up and down. He can triple any hole and he can eagle any hole. He's that kind of player, but I think he's honing it down a little bit, playing smarter, and he's on the tour. I mean, he's on the tour, so he's
worked his way up.
We all know about him. I know his wife. We were at a mutual friend's wedding. My friend Gary's daughter got married, and I saw Chandler and his wife, who was a gymnast here at the gymnastics club in Gainesville way back in the old days. And there was Chandler. And so we said, well, we'll be expecting to see you on tour, Chandler. And he laughed and said, yes, sir. And he's a good kid. And damn it if he didn't make it. So let's see if he can win this Puerto Rico Open and get his card for 2 years.
Kanye Ron wants to know where he played his golf. I want to say he played West Florida.
Yeah, it was one of those smaller.
University of West Florida in Pensacola is where he played.
Yeah, but just he's a pro, man.
Hey, look, it doesn't matter if he ever wins. He's on the PGA Tour. It is almost nearly impossible.
Yes, that's right. Got to make cuts, though. You got to make some cuts.
Yeah. Andy's question on Facebook Live, brought to you by Mello. Did I get a chance to meet Lou Holtz at the 92 Sugar Bowl, and what are my memories? I did not meet him there. He and Eddie Robinson were my coach for the Hula Bowl after my senior year. But when you don't think about that kind of stuff when you're, 21 years old.
Right.
But Lou Holtz had a tremendous career.
89 years old, and I think he was the reason Steve Spurrier ended up in South Carolina. In fact, I'm almost positive of that. So that man did so much, and so many people love him. And he was fun to watch.
JC, well, you probably don't know a lot of guys that played at Notre Dame. I do, especially during the league when I was playing. I don't know if there's two coaches that are imitated more.
Yeah.
Steve Spurrier and Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
By their former players.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was great with Mark May when ESPN was actually fun. And they had the the show after all the games were done, and Reese Davis was the judge, and they had these opposing views, and they
Oh
just
yeah, I hated that show.
well, but they were very creative in the way they created content, I thought, and it was better than just sitting there and telling you what you already know. And I like it. I liked Lou, and I'll tell you, I'll never forget the Orange Bowl when he took an Arkansas team into play against, I want to say it was either Nebraska or Oklahoma. It was one of those two Big 8 schools at the time, and Arkansas was about a 3-touchdown underdog and blew them right out of Miami. That's when I started really paying attention to Lou Holtz, and of course he won the national championship in the late '80s. So there you have it. Awful with the Jets, though. He and Coach did not do well in the NFL, and that's just the way it is. Nick Saban didn't do well in the NFL either, so it's a different animal, right, QB?
It is, and Coach needed he needed NFL quarterbacks as his one problem.
That would have helped.
That would have helped.
That would have helped.
Yeah, not just a bunch of backups. Real estate attorney Michael Snyder, a class of 93 at UF, can help you save thousands of dollars in your real estate commissions by assisting you in selling your home or land by owner without a broker. Contact Michael today at 321-345-7870.
So, QB, we got the Gators traveling to Kentucky tomorrow. I expect a close game until about 7 minutes left in the second half, when Florida will go on a 12-0 run and win the game by 13. Kentucky is not the same Kentucky. However, QB, tonight, Miami of Ohio is playing their last regular season game against Ohio on the road. Miami of Ohio is 30-0, 19-8 against the spread. So do you believe that if they beat Ohio tonight and they are 31-0, they should be considered or guaranteed an at-large bid?
I think they should be in no matter what.
Whether or not they win their tournament. Okay.
Yeah, so the MAC, honestly, I feel like they get a couple of teams in every year, whether it's Kent, Toledo,
Akron,
but maybe I have only gotten one automatic bid, but I do think regardless of what happens to the Red Hawks, they should be in.
So a lot of folks,
I'd rather see them in than like
Auburn,
UCLA or somebody.
Or Auburn. Yeah, right. These very mediocre Power 4 teams. I don't need to see that. And I agree with you. If you want to bring some variety to the conference or to the NCAA tournament, bring them in. The critics say, well, Miami of Ohio's played 4 or 5 teams that are considered junior high school teams. Well, the fact of the matter is, let's say they didn't play them, they'd still be undefeated. So in our past history since 1976, which if you do your math is 48 years ago, or almost 50 years ago, excuse me. There have been 7 unbeatens. Can you name any of them, QB? Since 1976?
Wasn't Indiana unbeaten one time?
Indiana was unbeaten in 1976, 27-0, won the national title.
Yeah, wasn't Duke at some point?
Don't have Duke.
What about the running Rebels lost?
Yep. UNLV was undefeated in 91. They were 27-0, but they did not win it all. That was
undefeated going into the tournament?
Yeah, regular season. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure UCLA at some point was.
Not in the last 50 years. No.
Oh, last 50 years.
Yeah, well, 1976. I tried to do the math right. I think that's 50 years. It could be.
I thought you were a numbers guy.
I'm tired, QB.
What are you staying up late watching?
24 and 20. Well, I had to go to the airport this morning to send my wife and little puppy off to Dallas. So JC
can't. He was so damn happy you popped up, dropped them off, and now you're a free man for a while.
No, don't say that. You're going to get me in trouble. No. I love them both, and I just think that American Airlines at 7:30. You got to be there 2 hours in advance, and there's nobody at the airport basically. Anyhow, we had 7 teams. So you named UNLV and Indiana. The others,
I give up. I'm too tired.
That's fine. Well, that's fine. I understand. Kentucky in 2015 was 31-0. They won it all. That was Tubby Smith's team. Okay. Gonzaga in 2021, not long ago, they were 26-0. Wichita State in 2014, 34-0. Indiana State in 1979, Larry Bird, they lost in the finals to Michigan State. They are 29-0. They were 29-0. And then Rutgers in the same year, Indiana was undefeated in 76. They were 28-0. And Rutgers did not win it. Of course, that was Indiana's year under Bobby Knight. And since then, they've done nothing in basketball. So I don't want to hear about Indiana and how great they are. They're good. It's a football school. It's a football school. Football
That's
school.
right.
Yeah.
All right, here's a text from Rick in Jupiter. He says, Coach Faulkner mentioned that the QB battle was a legit one.
Yeah.
Could all be coach talk. However, I noticed it set off Gator fans to be either Team Philo or Team Trammell, which to me is crazy as I'm all about let the best man win. That being said, do you have a preference on who is QB1? I do not. I will tell you this. We are going to be good on offense because these two dudes right here throw completions.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you, they got weapons on offense.
And they got a couple guys that can catch the ball, and
They
hopefully
got many guys that can catch the ball,
well,
Jason.
let's keep them healthy. Specifically, my kid Wilson.
Well,
He's
he ain't
gotta
even healthy yet, so.
Well, I mean, I know, but you got to expect by August he's.
But I will tell you this: the kid, the two, I call them the two Georgia Tech kids, even though what's his name played at Auburn last year, they didn't utilize him correctly. Singleton will be our best receiver.
I agree with that.
Bailey Stockton will be outstanding. I'm talking about just the transfers. This Mays kid from Wake Forest looks the part. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got Vernell Brown and Dallas Wilson, TJ Abrams, a couple other guys. And then the running backs behind Jaden Ball, the two that they brought in, the one kid from Cincinnati that played at Ohio State and the East Carolina kid, they're very good as well. Again, I think I'm not saying you're going to see two quarterbacks this year because it's way too early. But both of these guys can throw the football the way you want to throw it. They can run an offense. We'll be okay there. Not worried at all.
All right. And then hopefully, I guess the third part of that equation is the offensive line.
Yeah, which you can't tell anything from offensive line play until you actually buckle up and play another team.
Okay. Well, also, we've got Florida baseball this weekend. They're playing a school out of North Carolina called High Point. And the Gators beat FAMU 7-5 Wednesday. So I have a question from Alan. Have we seen QB, the new pitcher that throws steady 100 to 101?
I haven't been to any baseball games.
I haven't either.
I've seen him on TV, but
what do you think? Is he good? Does he look good?
This baseball team is very good. They have the longest winning streak in the country.
No, I mean the pitcher that he was talking about.
I mean, they have so many damn pitchers. I mean, he's the relief guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care about baseball. I don't care about any of the preseason baseball. All I care about is once they start playing SEC teams.
Right. And I'm with you there too, because I didn't even know until this morning they beat FAMU on the other.
Well, they struggled with FAMU.
Well, I mean, 7-5 midweek game, everybody's asleep. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't think Kevin O'Sullivan's asleep or wants his kids to be asleep in these games, but it's not something
he doesn't play.
Right.
He plays other players in midweek games, especially on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gator Josh from Waimama says, have you seen this? Oh, it has something about Trinidad Chambliss. I guess is the NCAA going back after him?
Yep. They're appealing the appealer. So, it never ends. I don't think the NCAA really is for the kids anymore. I think they are for, I guess, their rules and their standards, whatever those are. I just don't think that they really have a clue. Not an NCAA fan. They run a good basketball tournament, and frankly, to me, that is their only role. That is it. It's just the basketball tournament, QB. The rest of it is decided by lawyers.
Well, they got the basketball tournament, the baseball tournament, the softball tournament. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Electronics World Integration and Design Specialist for Smart Home Automation and Entertainment. Let Electronics World bring the Florida Gators basketball, baseball, softball, and the NBA to your living room. Check them out, electronicsworld.net.
QB, I hit 177 this week on the scale, bro. Is
that good or bad?
Well, for a 5'8.5" guy.
Or are you trying to lose more weight?
I think they say I should be in the 175, 185 range. That's where I'm going to be.
Okay.
Not the 216 range. Yeah.
Well, that's bigger than me. Daryl says, good morning. Do you think the big tight end will be moved over to the O-line after spring practice? I would. I just don't see him playing in the Southeastern Conference at 313 pounds, whatever.
How big is he?
He's a big tight end out of Georgia.
Okay.
He's an early enrollee. He's athletic, But I've told this story many times. I think I told it the other day. My days run together.
Yeah.
When I was with the Buffalo Bills, they
Right.
had a undrafted free agent tight end from Arkansas who was
Uh-huh.
about 300 pounds. Maybe, but probably back then he's probably about 295. They let him during training camp go, for about 4 or 5 days, be a tight end. I mean, dude had great hands, excellent feet, but he's just big and he wasn't fast enough to get open. They said, okay, we're going to make you a left tackle. He will be a Hall of Famer. He is still playing in the National Football League, I believe, and his name is Jason Peters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Offensive lineman for the Eagles, I guess.
This guy looks like him to me, and he would be extremely athletic with great feet, great hands, great punch to be a lineman. I just don't think he's good enough to play tight end in the Southeastern Conference. Again, I don't watch a lot of tape. My eyes I look at him one time, and maybe I'm doing him a disservice, but I see him being a lineman if he really wants to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And play in the National Football League.
Yeah, and have longevity and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So so picks real quick. Penn at Brown, take the under.
These are Peachland Dental picks for this weekend.
No, for tonight because the weekend lines aren't out. I think Florida. If I were going to say, the line tomorrow will be around 5.5. Seton Hall, maybe it should be higher than that. But anyway, the Kentucky at home, yeah. Seton Hall tonight plus 5.5 against St. John's at home. Love them. St. John's 83rd in defense on the road. And last night, your Hawaii, right here, QB, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors in the biggest lock of the year against the Cal
tell everybody to take them?
Highlanders, who played for nothing last night and had to travel 5 hours to Hawaii to play for nothing in Hawaii.
Who did they beat?
The Highlanders.
Is that the coach that has that's in trouble for being the pimp? You didn't see that?
Is it Cal Riverside? Wherever.
One of those Cal schools.
Yeah.
Bakersfield, Riverside. I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Cal Poly. One of their coaches is in some severe trouble.
Well, let's see. He did it to himself. So tomorrow, big SEC schedule. QB, big SEC schedule. Last regular season weekend. And what do we have? We have Arkansas, Missouri. And the reason why this is important is because Florida's wrapped up number 1. But who's going to be number 2? There's 3 teams that are basically fighting for it. Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee is right behind them. Arkansas is at Missouri. Tough game. Tennessee will be playing at Vanderbilt, tough game, and Alabama will be at home against Auburn. They should win that. So I guess you could say that right now, Alabama might be the leader in the clubhouse going into the weekend to be the number 2 seed. But frankly, if all things stay the way they should and everybody plays as hard as they can in this SEC tournament and doesn't rest up for the real tournament, I think Florida just waltzes right on through and takes the tournament. But again, these tournaments, man, sometimes when you think about what's ahead next week, I just don't know how badly you really go all out for this. I just don't know, QB.
No. They're going to go win. They're going to go try to win the tournament. That's just their mentality.
Yeah, and it is, but they better be healthy because they've got a bigger thing to do.
They know that.
I know. But Thomas Hawk, I mean, he didn't play the other night. Why would you use him tonight against Kentucky or tomorrow against Kentucky?
Because it's Kentucky, and
who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, he's going to play though. Andy's question on Facebook Live brought to you by Mel Law. Since the Chicago Bears are looking for a center, if they select Jake Slaughter, could he conceivably be an NFL starter in year 1? I don't know. I think he's going to be a late round pick from what I've been told. I don't really know. He's a little undersized for the National Football League, but there's been some good centers there. I think Jake's smart. He'll be using good technique once he gets into that league. Speaking of the Chicago Bears, JC, I saw this. Tremaine Edmonds.
Moving to Indiana.
Do you know who Tremaine Edmonds is?
I've heard his name, yeah.
Okay. He's like an all-pro middle linebacker. Okay. Wears number 49 out of Virginia Tech. Mm-hmm. They're releasing him.
Okay.
He is 27 years old and has played in the National Football League for 8 years. There are people still, think about that. There are people still playing college football at his age.
Right.
And he's already played 8 years in the
In
NFL.
the league, yeah. Well, I think it's better for him. He's got a pension. QB,
And he's made a lot of money because he's been all pro.
Absolutely. Alan wants to know, of all the opponents on the schedule, QB, who do you want to beat more than any other this year? And I think he's referring to SEC teams because
We're talking about football.
Yeah, Florida State is always going to be at the top.
And I ain't worried about them.
I know, but I'm not thinking LSU. You know who I'm thinking, QB? It's that red and black team above the.
Georgia. We got to find a way to beat those guys.
Got to beat Georgia. So Alan says LSU. Look, LSU to me, that's.
LSU ain't on our schedule.
That's right. They're not this
year.
All
right, real quick, JC. I wanted to bring this up. Joseph on Facebook Live, brought to you by Malasauce. What do we think about Arkansas wearing the Tyson brand logo on all their jerseys next year?
They've got to make money, QB. I told you the other day that college football is running out of time, according to this white paper from the University of Louisville. When I heard some of these schools are up to their eyeballs in over $500 million in debt, it's now everything's for sale. Everything is for sale. Tyson is one of the biggest industrial names in that state. That state is a homogenous state, meaning there's one school and everybody's pretty much.
Well, there's Arkansas State.
But yeah, I think, it's okay. I think you have to do it. They don't have a choice anymore. I mean, it's all about money. So I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, they've been talking about putting logos or brands on jerseys and stuff like that for years.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's smart on, if you ask me.
I mean,
I will bet this year or next year, Ole Miss has Mossy Oak logo on their jerseys because Mossy Oak is it Mossy Oak or is it
isn't that Mississippi State, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but they support Ole Miss. Those guys are Ole Miss guys.
Okay. Well, I think these schools have to turn to corporate financing. They have to get some help, not private equity. They don't care about college sports. They just care about making money, and that's fine too. But you need sponsors who want some skin in the game and who want to be involved in it a little bit more than a private equity firm. So I'm all for it because I want these athletic departments to make it, because right now it seems like they're all deficit spending, and that has a
JC. You know what you could do?
Very bad ending.
Why don't you call over there to the UAA and say, you know what, I want to put Cornerstone Financial on your jerseys.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what they want to charge me for that.
Yeah, maybe just say I'll put it. How much would it cost to put it on the four-string kicker?
Or the placeholder for the field goal?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I expect Florida to be kicking a lot of extra points, not field goals this year. Get the ball in the end zone kind of situation. Maybe put a little thing in the corner of the end zone, cornerstone, put it in the corner of the end zone. Maybe, I don't know. But
this is from Kevin. Kevin says we should have the Gatorade logo. I agree, but I do not. Somebody's got to correct me on this. I don't think Gatorade has anything to do with the university anymore.
Not anymore. I don't think it does either.
I don't think they do. I think
they are owned by PepsiCo.
Yeah.
They're owned by Pepsi. That's their parent company.
Gatorade really has nothing to do with the University of Florida anymore, which is a shame.
There's just a historical story behind it, and that's about it.
What would happen if Powerade wanted to give the university like $15 million for us to drink Powerade?
Well, then we would also be drinking Coca-Cola, Diet Coke.
I know that, but I'm saying
drinking Dasani waters.
Maybe they should go get into a bidding war between Powerade and Gatorade.
So Coke and Pepsi have been bidding against each other for eternity. So
yeah, Destin Gator on YouTube, brought to you by Quality Plum, says he thinks we still receive a small percentage from Gatorade sales. I don't know, but you would think in today's world they would be more visible in the stadium, I should say. All right, JC, have a good weekend.
All right, we'll see you Monday.
That's JC. Join us on the Titan Number Hotline, courtesy of Comfort Temp Quick Timeout. Come back. We'll be joined by Edgar Thompson live from Bay Hill. You're watching and listening to PodUp with Matthews in the Morning from the International Diamond Center Studios. We'll be right back. Our premium sponsors are Atlantic Roofing, Campus USA Credit Union, International Diamond Center, J.F. Hayden's Craft Liqueurs, Los Landeros Tequila, Meldon Law, Titan MRI and Imaging, Castaway Sauce, UF Health Orthopedics, Michael Snyder PLLC, Florida Legends Gala and Experience, South State Bank,
Gridiron sponsors are Baker Sports, Florida Cracker Oyster, Electronics World, Gallo Car Wash, Miapo Latin Cafe, Peachland Dental, Quality Plumbing, Ruse Ogre State Farm, Silverback Concrete, 84 Lumber, Big Mills Cheesesteaks, Celebrate Primary Care, Gator Bait Media, Florida Cracker Kitchen, Gator Dominoes, Ironwood Golf Course, McDonald's of Gainesville, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, UF Bookstores, International Gold and Diamond Exchange, Advocare, MGNA Wealth, Comfort Temp. Watch and listen to us live on Facebook or YouTube. Listen to podcasts wherever on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And to advertise, be sure to call my man Freddie at 352-284-3733.
Hi there, this is Coach Steve Spurrier, and I want to let you know that by popular demand, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill's delicious brunch is now served in a premium buffet. You have spoken, we have listened, and we're now serving Gainesville's only elevated buffet complete with an omelet station, ginger sage chicken sausage, shredded short rib, plus you can enjoy bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. So join us every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 for the best brunch in town.
What's up, everyone? I'm Mike Pouncey, and this is my twin brother Marquise Pouncey, and this is Life After Football.
Let's go. We are the owners of Tropical Distillery, and JF Hayden's is our liqueur brand.
We have 5 different flavors: a mango, a lychee, an espresso, citrus, and key lime pie. We pride ourselves on not only being a Florida-made brand, but also a cocktail solution. With that being said, cheers
And go Gators.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Daniel Werfel, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Monday, March 30th. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 117 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Gator history.
Welcome back to the International Diamond Center Studios. Florida Cracker Oyster Bar and Grill is the ultimate spot for seafood and more, no matter the occasion. They are ready to welcome you Florida Cracker style. Check them out in Keystone Heights. Back to the Titan of our hotline, courtesy of Comfort Temper man Edgar Thompson, coming to us from Orlando. What's up, Edgar?
Tell you, I'm in this little mini box up here in the corner.
I don't know how all that works.
Nah, nor do I.
All right. Let's start first. You're down covering Bay Hill. You do it every year, Arnold Palmer's tournament. It's a great tournament, one of the harder venues on tour. They lit it up for the most part yesterday. They'll probably make it a little more difficult in the next few days. Just give me your assessment of day one.
Well, I mean, Mother Nature is what makes it difficult, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday it was just there for the taking. The course was set up difficultly. I mean, the greens, I think Daniel Berger shot 63, 9 under without a bogey. He said the greens are already getting white.
Nice.
So they're getting baked out. It was 85 degrees yesterday. It's getting warm down here. It's already getting warm up there a little bit, but it's hot here. And it just bakes those greens. The rough is ankle deep. I mean, you watch these guys in the Pro-Am, man. I mean, that's the reality check. I watched a guy on 18. He was in the rough up to his ankles, chunks it forward like 10 feet into the rough, then swings harder, hits it out, goes sideways across the fairway and rolls into the water. I mean, so you're lying like 5 there and you still got a tough approach to a very difficult green. And I mean, you're paying 10 grand or whatever to do that. So it's a beast for anyone who is just an average guy or a woman player. I mean, it's brutal. But, these guys, it's professional sports. It's like I say to people about basketball. You go to the Y, I mean, back even when you were like in your athletic prime, you might be getting your fingers up toward the net. These guys play with their elbows above the rim at the professional level. So that's what these guys do. They're amazing. And incredible to watch professional golf in person. Anyone who is a listener who enjoys the game and hasn't really seen a tournament in person, I would go do it. It's very eye-opening. Um, Yesterday, the winds started moving in. A weather front came into Central Florida, and go look at the scores in the afternoon. I mean, Fleetwood shot, 3 4 over. Bridgman, who just won recently, was 3 over. Rory was 3 under, sitting out 130 on the 13th hole. Easy shot for Rory. Hits it 118 into the water, makes double, follows that with a bogey. Nico Echevarria, who won last week, was 6 under on the front nine, 36 birdies. He makes a triple on the par 5 12th, excuse me, while Ludwig Oberg makes eagle. And that's a 5-shot swing right there. Echevarria ended up shooting even for the round after being 6 under in the front nine. So it started exacting this pound of flesh. The guys in the afternoon will tee off now. They are getting on the course. So they'll be able to take some advantage and maybe, Ludwig shot 6 under, which was a remarkable round. He made 119 feet of putts, 25-footer on 18. And that he's a rising star. Everyone's been expecting Ludwig to really do something for the last few years. He's won twice. He's contended Masters, Pinehurst. He was in the mix in 2024 at the US Open and kind of spit the bit on Sunday. So he'd be a really good winner in terms of.
That's who I picked to win.
Yeah, he's got a swing. I mean, his action is amazing. He's an excellent player. He just hadn't put it all together for 4 rounds. So he'd be a good winner. Berger's going to have to play in the afternoon, so we'll see because the winds move in the afternoons in Florida, as we know. It's going to get tougher. They will make it tougher. The pin positions will get tougher, and it will be a war of attrition by Sunday. It always is here.
Yep, no doubt about it. Appreciate everybody chiming in about we get royalties from Gatorade. I still think they need to.
What is that you're talking about?
We were talking about how Tyson Chicken is now on the jerseys of all Arkansas athletes.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about, somehow Gatorade got brought up. And I feel like since it was invented here, it needs to be more visible and maybe they need to sponsor more things, is what I was saying.
That's a good point. Yes.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit to spring football, Ace on
Easy
Facebook
to spend other people's money.
Yeah. ASO says, how are the first week of Gator practices looking? Have you got a chance to get out there? Edgar, you went to practice 1, right?
I went to the first one. I missed yesterday. That's the problem. This time of year, worlds collide with golf and then with this basketball team. I mean, last year I barely saw spring practice, and it's looking like that might happen again because this team is poised for something big, it looks like.
Well, I saw spring practice yesterday, and it is a different feel. There is no question about it. It is totally different.
Yeah.
They are getting coached extremely hard. You get your ass chewed out if something ain't going right, which I love. That's part of football. Offensively, they got dudes everywhere. I didn't pay attention much to the defense, but offensively, I think they got a chance to be dynamic and should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Tuesday was what stood out to me and what I wrote about was this John Summerall and his just energy. He was with like every position group. He is here, there, everywhere. He's a ball of energy. The guy said he couldn't sleep the night before. He woke up at 3, woke up at 3:30, woke up at 4. He said, finally, I'm just getting up. And he hit the ground running. He's there giving tips, hand placement, leverage, all these things to each position. He's touching every spot of the field. Asked him about it afterwards. He said, look, I try to talk to every single player on this team every day. And I maybe don't get to all of them, but he does his best. He wants to be involved. He wants everyone to be improving individually at all times. He's not just forgetting about you if the 68th guy or the 73rd guy or whatever. He wants everyone, coming along, improving, learning as it goes. Last year, Billy, was kind of very focused on the quarterbacks, the play calling, things like that. Summerall even talked about, look, I'm not calling anything. I know everything. He goes, I know every play on defense, offense, and kicking game. I know if they did it right or they did it wrong. And so he knows what's going on, but he doesn't have his, fingers in all the pies. So I like that approach. I think that approach would have served Billy better. That's history now, and it's a new era, and it's definitely a different one.
We look like a totally different football team to me. I'm big in watching routes on air, half line 707, full 707, things of that nature. I saw more completions thrown yesterday than I've seen in years. And that's what excites me. These guys know where to go with the football. They got the right trajectory on their throws. They throw catchable balls. Really, really like what I saw. Andy's question on Facebook Live brought to you by Mel Law is, Edgar, has Gunnar Stockton's cousin Bailey done anything exceptional at spring camp? I'll go first. That dude is a baller.
Okay.
He is a tough dude, but he's that kind of guy that just gets open.
Yeah, you look at his numbers, and I was like, okay, maybe Buster just kind of has an affinity for the guy, and he's a glue guy, and he's going to, come in there and give you maybe some third down catches. And I think I maybe underestimated him. It sounds like his off-season workouts were top, half
He
dozen
was,
guys. Like
yeah,
he was that competitive and that athletic. So he wasn't backing down from, any of these guys, VB3, Jaden Woods, and this Kanye Clark, who apparently was amazing in workouts. He was right there with them, which bodes well. I mean, just for your athleticism. And he's not Gunnar Stockton's cousin. I think I might have reported that and I was wrong.
there's no
So,
relationship, right?
no.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna factor. They're gonna have a lot of decisions. Shane's getting frustrated. I love when you do your
Oh, no, no, no. I was reading and
okay.
taking a deep
No, but
breath.
but no, I think he's going to factor. But look, it's a lot of decisions. There's only one football, as they say, not to be cliche. And, it's what its start event made a great point last year. As a receiver, you got to run your routes like precisely and be locked in every single play. And then you still might not see the ball come your way for like a long time. So
Yeah.
that's just the nature of the position.
Stockton's extremely athletic and quick, and I know from like a lot of those gauntlet
Hmm.
shuttles and stuff, he was the fastest in all of those. Um, I think the receivers will be, if they had to play a game today, I think you have Vernell, Singleton.
In Dallas,
Yeah, if he can go, I still got concerns about him. I
for
think
sure.
I think your rotation, they're probably going to play. Again, I know nothing, but just what I saw. Here's who I would play. I would throw Dallas Wilson there, Vernell Brown, Bailey Stockton, Eric Singleton, this Mays kid I like a lot from Wake
Oh, you
Forest.
do? Okay. I see. He's a guy too. I wasn't sure about.
I
Well,
I like him a lot.
I'll tell you, is impressing them is Abrams.
I do like TJ Abrams. I think he'll be that six guy kind of whatever, but I think those are going to be your six guys right there.
Okay,
Now, I know we got
sounds
some
right.
true freshmen I don't know much about, but I
David
just remember
Gross.
seeing number 5 going, who is that guy? And that's the Mays kid. I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
I didn't even know we got somebody from Wake Forest, but I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Andy says, is Bailey Stockton like a Travis 2.0? They look exactly alike in a uniform because they both wear number 3.
Okay.
Um, so
Yeah,
Travis,
Mays is a
real
West
good.
Palm Beach kid, I think.
Yeah.
Florida kid.
This question here from Chris on the Titan MR text on what I think of Will Griffin after watching practice. Has a really good arm. He's got kind of a unique release, but he's got the body. He's 225 or whatever. I think they said he's going to try to get down to about 220-ish. But you can see he's got a chance to be a good player. But I think it's a 2-horse race to be the quarterback right now.
Oh yeah, I think that's how it's set up. But Tramel Jones is getting a real shot. This isn't like a
No,
coronation
no,
of Aaron Philo because he's Buster Faulkner's, backup the last 2 years. He might have a slight edge there just because of like knowing what Faulkner's looking for. But Tramel Jones is a serious customer. I mean, he's a young guy still. He just turned 19 in December, but I think he's impressed him with his maturity, his intelligence, his approach. And man, the ball comes out with him. And Philo, what do you think of the way the ball sits in his hand and all that?
Well, yesterday he was throwing lasers.
Okay.
Like I said, I think he and Trammell both, the ball comes out great in my opinion, on both of them. And they throw accurate, catchable throws. That's the key. Catchable balls. Doesn't matter how hard you can throw a damn ball. If nobody can catch it, it does not matter. Catchable balls. I didn't see many balls on the ground at all. That's what I like. All right, Edgar, time goes fast. What do you basketball? Obviously, they're on a great run, play at Kentucky to finish the season tomorrow, and then to Nashville. Are you going to Nashville, by the way?
You know, we don't do the SEC tournament anymore. We kind of stopped doing that. Mike White, the White, as it petered out with him, we kind of stopped doing it, COVID. So no, I won't be there, but NCAA tournament stuff obviously will be there, and they'll be in Tampa. Nothing can happen now to knock them out of a Tampa spot. The question now, can they somehow slip in that number one seed? It's pretty much Duke, Michigan, Arizona, I think have locked them. UConn's probably the fourth right now if the season ended, because they beat Florida, the Huskies head to head. But Florida has a pretty good case. I mean, I think they're like 7-0 against ranked teams in conference play, and UConn's 2-1. So recent body of work for Florida is better. What are they won, like 9 or 10 straight by 15 plus? I mean, they are just curb stomping teams. Todd Golden is completely just relentless competitor, and his team's playing that way. Here's a good stat, though, I pulled up because I said I want to mention this. Last year, the four Final Four teams, Auburn, Houston, Duke, and Florida, each were ranked, I think, in the top 15 or 12 maybe in both offensive and defensive rating and KenPom, right? The analytics guru. Right now, Duke is 4-1, Michigan 5-2, offense, defense, Arizona 8-1, Florida 9-4. They're the only four teams in the top 10 in both KenPom. I mean, I'm not saying that it'll correlate again and there'll be four number one seeds making it to the Final Four, which happened last year, and maybe Florida will be a 2. But that last year is how it played out. So that bodes well for Florida. I mean, they were 5-4, this team, the Gators. And people were kind of questioning. I was questioning. And I even joked with Todd one day. He made a comment. And I said, well, look, in Todd we trust. I kind of joked with him because I kind of do. But, I mean, he is proving to be, I mean, he's just elite. I mean, how many coaches?
He's very elite. He's extremely
top
elite.
5. He's a top 5 coach in the country right now, probably.
Easily.
He's in that conversation.
His X's and O's offensively are ridiculous. But we suffocate people defensively. This team could be better than last year's team, quite honestly. We'll see.
Well, he says defensively it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Elijah Martin was a dog. I mean, I thought he was just incredible. We were having a debate on he and Boogie, different styles of defender.
Yeah.
But I'm a Elijah Martin guy, and Will Richard could jump passing lanes and was excellent at that. But Chinyalu's taken a step defensively. Condon's even harassing, even altering more shots and playing harder, and Houck defends pretty well. But Boogie, man, I mean, he can just pick your pocket. And Xavier Lee, man, is so quick. He can stay in front of guys all day. And his open court game is so dynamic. I mean, when he gets out in the open court, he is fun.
Yep. All right. Joseph on Facebook Live, brought to you by Mel Law. How does Edgar feel about the rumors that Kentucky is preparing to go after Todd Golden?
Well, the one I saw some tweet, it was Kansas self-retires. Kansas will go after Todd. Here's the thing. Todd has an incredible thing going here. I think they're like 43-3 at the O-Dome the last 3 years. I think it's 43-3 now. The Arkansas game, now I've covered this program, what is this, 20 football season. I think it's the same in basketball, so it's 20 years, going back to 02. That 06 and 17, the atmospheres were great. 14, I remember I think 13 or 14 Missouri game on a Saturday was an incredible atmosphere. They killed them. Uh, I've been there for some good atmospheres. I remember the Kentucky game, David Lee standing on the standing on media row, right? They'd beaten Kentucky and he's pumping his fist. So I've been there for some good atmospheres. Before that Arkansas game, the crowd was into it like I'd never seen the noise, they were so pumped up that night, and then just went out and handed Calipari his worst loss of his career. He lost by 34 to Duke in 2018. And Florida beat him by 34. So the crowd's into it. The O Dome is one of the best atmospheres in college basketball now again. And I mean, it's like you really want to leave what you've built. I mean, I don't know. He makes a run to the Final Four. I mean, the NBA might be coming after him, but he's 40 years old. Is he ready to be an NBA coach at 41? Maybe at 51, maybe at 46 or 8. But
What by the way,
I don't know.
what do NBA coaches make roughly?
I mean, he makes 6, and he's, I think, going to make upwards of like 7 or more by the time his contract is finished, Todd. And
I
who
mean, are
knows,
they
he might
making like
not.
$15 million like Billy
No, I don't
Donovan?
know that it's that, but some probably do. I don't know. But he would get paid more than that at the NBA level. But it's 82. Look, Todd has young children,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, what are they, like 10 and 8, 11 and
I
8?
don't
I
know.
don't know
Are they
what
that
they are.
old?
I
Yeah.
don't know. His daughter looks like she's 7 or 8, and his boy's like 10. But anyway, the point is, you're an NBA coach, you're going to lose a lot of that time. Very family-oriented guy. And he's got a good thing going in Gainesville,
He
man.
does. And he likes to play golf. I mean, he likes things outside of basketball. I think when you talk about the Kentuckys and the Kansases of the world, things have changed with NIL. And
Mhm.
again, I talked about this yesterday with, heck, I can't remember who was on the program. Oh, I think it was Franz Beard. The Florida, since 2000, is one of the top programs in America with them, Duke, Kentucky, and North Carolina since 2000, Florida. So
Okay.
I'm with you. I don't think Tide goes anywhere.
Well, no, and you mentioned NIL, and I think Florida might be third in men's basketball this year in NIL. I think someone was telling me this the other day. Kentucky is like ridiculous what it's
Yeah.
spending on the roster, but and beating them in Rupp would be. I mean, it's not going to be no small order there, but it is a. He's getting support. I mean, Hugh Hathcock sits right by the bench every game.
He's our
And
general manager.
he knows what side his bread's buttered on. And Todd is so personable and so talented. And, he has proof of concept. So he's going to continue to get support from the people that matter.
Yeah. Yeah. He's built something. He and his staff can really evaluate talent. No question. Edgar, great stuff as always. You can follow Edgar at what is that Twitter handle again?
OS Gators, who do you got at Bay Hill?
I picked Ludwig Oberg to
Oh,
win.
that's right.
Wednesday, JC and I do our picks. So that's who I picked.
We were talking about Xander Schauffele in the media room, how he'd be a good winner to see.
How that little guy, I mean, he ain't 5'7". How he hits the ball so far, it's ridiculous.
I mean, he's a little powerhouse, but
Yeah.
if he's getting healthy, he would be a good winner because he had a tough year last year after that 2 major win year in 2024. There's a lot of guys in this leaderboard who would be good to write about. Oberg and Schauffele would be too. Scheffler shot 70 in the first round after, having tough first rounds in his last 3 tournaments. So again, the morning wave, these guys should be able to take advantage. The afternoon will get tough. The weekend should be scintillating as always.
Have a good time, Edgar. We'll talk to you later, my man.
Thank you, man.
That's Edgar Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. Join us on the Titan Number Hotline courtesy of Comfort Temp. Castaway Hot Sauce. Try their signature ball kicker hot sauce inspired by the HBC Steve Spurrier and his famous kick in 1966. Have a great weekend, folks. We'll see you on Monday.